Imagine a time when the earth was the stage for epic battles, where colossal giants defied the very divine order. The imposing figure of Goliath, the Philistine warrior, echoes through the centuries, a symbol of power and challenge. But was he the only one of his kind? The sacred scriptures reveal that Goliath had brothers, warriors of extraordinary stature and strength, who shared his lineage and thirst for power. The existence of these giants leads us to question, what was the origin of these extraordinary beings? And what role did they play in biblical history? The Bible introduces us to the race of the Rephaim, descendants of Rapha, giants who inhabited the Promised Land before the arrival of the Israelites. Their strength and size were legendary, and their presence represented a constant threat to the people of Israel. The scriptures narrate that these giants were formidable warriors, capable of wielding colossal weapons and challenging entire armies. The story of Goliath is just a glimpse of this ancient world, a world where giants walked the earth, defying the limits of human strength and courage. After Goliath's death, his brothers plotted revenge against King David, challenging him in epic battles that tested the courage and faith of the king of Israel. One of them, Ishbi-Benob, almost took David's life, but was killed by Abishai, one of the king's warriors. Other giants were also slain by David's men, such as Saph and Lami, Goliath's brother, who possessed a spear with a shaft the size of a weaver's beam, as described in 1 Chronicles, chapter 20, verse 5. The saga of Goliath's brothers reveals a dark chapter of biblical history, where brute strength and a thirst for revenge clash with the courage and faith of a king. The story of Goliath is just a glimpse of the world of giants that once haunted the Promised Land, a world where the struggle for survival and justice unfolded on an epic scale. If you are enjoying uncovering these biblical mysteries, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss the continuation of this fascinating journey. In the next part, we will explore the origins and characteristics of these colossal warriors, diving deep into the sacred scriptures and uncovering the secrets of their lineage. The sacred scriptures mention that Goliath had brothers, all belonging to the race of giants, the Rephaim, also known as the Rephates. These formidable warriors, driven by revenge, challenged King David in epic battles. The saga of these giants reveals a dark chapter of biblical history, where brute strength and a thirst for revenge clash with the courage and faith of a king. The story of Goliath is just the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse into the world of giants that once haunted the Promised Land. The death of Goliath did not end the threat of the giants. His brothers, thirsting for revenge, continued to challenge David and his warriors. One of them, Ishbi-Benob, almost took the life of the king but was stopped by Abishai, one of David's mighty men. The scriptures tell that the warriors of Israel, fearing for their king's life, begged him not to risk himself in further battles against giants, so that the lamp of Israel would not be extinguished. The concern of the people of Israel reflected the magnitude of the threat posed by the giants, beings of extraordinary strength and stature who defied the established order. After leaving Egypt, the Israelites encountered various tribes and races of giants in Canaan. Among them, the Rephaim, descendants of Rapha, were notorious for their imposing stature. Some giants reached impressive heights, ranging from 10 to 15 meters, with colossal physical strength. King Og of Bashan, for example, was a giant of monstrous proportions, about 15 meters tall and 6.5 meters wide. His body mass was so great that it required an iron bed to support it. The description of Og of Bashan transports us to a world where brute strength and colossal stature were attributes of power and leadership. In addition to the Rephaim, the Bible mentions other peoples of giants, such as the Anakim, who inhabited Canaan before the Israelite conquest led by Joshua. The Hebrew spies, sent by Moses, reported having seen the sons of Anak, giants who caused fear and disbelief among the Israelites, as narrated in Numbers, chapter 13, verse 33. The presence of the Anakim in Canaan represented a challenge for the conquest of the Promised Land, requiring courage and faith from the people of Israel. Most of the giants who survived the attacks by Joshua and the Israelites fled to distant lands, such as Philistia, Mesopotamia, and Africa. Legends of giants are found in various cultures around the world, suggesting that these colossal beings inhabited not only Canaan but also other regions, such as Mesopotamia, Africa, the Americas, Europe, and India. The presence of giants in different parts of the world indicates that their story extends beyond the borders of the Bible, permeating the imagination of various civilizations. Now, let us delve into the details of each of Goliath's brothers, giants from the same colossal lineage. Lami, the first brother mentioned, was a warrior of similar stature to Goliath. In 1 Chronicles, chapter 20, verse 5, it is reported that Elhanan, the son of Joe, killed Lami, whose spear shaft was like a weaver's beam. The description of Lami's spear shaft suggests that he was a warrior of enormous strength, capable of wielding weapons of extraordinary size. It is estimated that Lami was around 10 meters tall, or perhaps more. Ishbi-Benob, another brother of Goliath, was known for his bronze spear, which weighed 300 shekels, and for his enormous new sword. In 2 Samuel, chapter 21, verse 16, it is narrated that Ishbi-Benob, one of the sons of Rapha, attempted to kill David but was slain by Abishai, the son of Zeruiah. The weight of Ishbi-Benob's spear, around 13 to 15 pounds, indicates his superhuman strength. His sword, described as dark and massive, was a weapon fitting for a warrior of his stature. It is believed that Ishbi-Benob was between 9 and 10 meters tall, or perhaps more. Saph, the third brother of Goliath mentioned in the Bible, was also a giant from the race of the Rephaim. In 2 Samuel, chapter 21, verse 18, it is reported that Sibbecai the Hushathite killed Saph. The Bible does not provide many details about Saph, but his inclusion in the list of Goliath's brothers confirms his exceptional height and strength. The saga of Goliath's brothers reveals a dark chapter of biblical history, where brute strength and a thirst for vengeance clash with the courage and faith of a king. The story of Goliath is just a glimpse of the world of giants that once haunted the Promised Land, a world where the struggle for survival and justice unfolded on an epic scale. The sacred scriptures mention that Goliath had brothers, all belonging to the race of the giants, the Rephaim, also known as the Rephates. These formidable warriors, driven by revenge, challenged King David in epic battles. The saga of these giants reveals a dark chapter in biblical history, where brute strength and a thirst for vengeance clash with the courage and faith of a king. The story of Goliath is just the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse into the world of giants that once haunted the Promised Land. The saga of the giants does not end with Lami, Ishbi-Benob, and Saph. Another giant, also named Goliath, the Gittite, emerges on the scene. In 2 Samuel, chapter 21, verse 19, it is reported that Elhanan, the son of Jareoregim, the Bethlehemite, killed Goliath, the Gittite, whose spear was like a weaver's beam. Like his brothers, Goliath, the Gittite, was a colossal warrior, with a spear of extraordinary size. His height probably approached 10 meters. The repetition of the name Goliath among the Philistine giants suggests a lineage of renowned warriors, whose skills and deeds were celebrated and perpetuated through the generations. The fifth brother of Goliath, an anonymous giant, is described in 2 Samuel, chapter 21, verse 20. His colossal stature and unique features set him apart from the other giants. He had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, totaling 24 digits. His height was so impressive that it surpassed that of Goliath and his brothers. This giant, a true colossus, posed an even greater threat to David and his kingdom. The description of the anonymous giant transports us to a world of wonders and terrors, where human nature and brute strength met on a stage of epic proportions. The story of Goliath's brothers reveals a fascinating chapter of biblical history, where brute strength and a thirst for vengeance collide with the courage and faith of a king. The saga of these giants, with their unique characteristics and colossal weapons, takes us back to an ancient world, where the struggle for survival and justice unfolded on an epic scale. The story of Goliath is just a glimpse into this world, a world where giants walked the Promised Land, defying the limits of human strength and courage. The saga of the giants in the Bible invites us to reflect on the nature of strength, courage, and faith. The story of Goliath and his brothers is just one chapter of a larger narrative, which leads us to explore the mysteries of creation and the challenges faced by God's people throughout the ages. The presence of giants in different parts of the world suggests that their story extends beyond the borders of the Bible, permeating the imagination of various civilizations. We hope you have enjoyed this epic journey through the mysteries of the giants of the Bible. If you felt inspired by these ancient stories, share this video with your friends and family. And if you wish to continue exploring the secrets of the sacred scriptures, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. Your participation is essential for us to bring to light new discoveries and reflections on the Word of God. Until the next adventure.